फ्लैट है वो उस वे में लोकल नहीं बोल रहा जिसमें समझ रहा है.
Right? We have, like I said, Mir, who's always aggressive, easily counterable. The second person is Dexter. I believe he's like even though he has a drop of form lately, obviously, he's still one of the highest.
हाँ उसके ना सिस्टर और मॉम आए हुए हैं
Coming
तो
into
वो उनके
CS
साथ टाइम
region,
स्पेंड
and he
कर
needs
रहा है.
more time. I don't know if this like the Spirit team maybe needs some more changing, like adjusting a little bit. They're on the right
क्या
path,
लगता
but
है कौन जीतेगा एक्जेल भाई?
like I said, he didn't have like a really great
रुक जा
performance,
बताता
but
हूँ
the
एक
other
मिनट.
कसाड़
position
भाई तो
was
ऐसा है
really
पूरा
good.
बीच मोड में है बीच मोड
Well,
पे.
let's put him head to head
लग
with
रहा है भाई
James because James is a hugely experienced game leader now, and obviously
Maniac
he's
भी
a
है.
very notorious AWPer. Will hold on to his AWP at all costs. While Dexter is that flashy
Maniac जैसे
rookie.
शर्ट तो
I mean,
मैं
just
पहन के
how
आया था.
good is James Kassad?
हाँ
Oh,
थोड़ी
why
बहुत
would you start
थोड़ी
him on
बहुत.
that?
the thing
He
is,
just, oh my god.
the
Okay,
thing
go
is,
ahead.
James.
Have I
You know,
set him off? Have I
yeah.
set him off?
No, the thing with James, like
Kassad time.
at the beginning, James was like all about saving, all about baiting. It was really annoying. We have to admit it. Like I'm gonna say it openly, it was really annoying, right? But then again,
पहला मैप तो
month
डस्ट
2,
टू
3,
लग
whatever,
गया
right?
है.
I watched a lot of demos
भाई देख
of James
अगर
with this
कहूँ ना
faction,
तो भाई
one of my
दोनों टीम
players, and
इक्वली है.
the things that
बट
he does,
हाँ.
the
डिपेंड करता है
methodical
कि
things, the
अगर
timings, like the
कौन
openings
शो
on
अप
the
करता है
different
सर्वर
maps,
पे?
the utility
हाँ
usage, the
एक
मैचेस
मिनट
क्या
रुक
कहते
मैं
हैं.
आया
so
हूँ एक
safe,
मिनट में
but
आया.
he always gets the job done. You can rarely see him getting picked off early on by any other orb or any moves. You know, he's playing so good, and I think he's like, together with obviously Simple, he's the best CS of.
Okay, okay. I thought you were going to go in a different direction.
No,
You said
no, no, no. I
CIS.
mean, there are
Thank you.
limits.
You saved
There
that
are
one.
limits.
No, listen, I agree with you. I actually think that James is quite optimized in the way he plays Counter-Strike. And when we put these two together, it's interesting because you have the impulse, the young talent, the raw talent on Dexter, and we know like OpenEN he can make the difference. But I think he would gain from taking James as a model, as in when to be aggressive, when to be defensive. You talk about protocols, right? You always have to sort of find that
हाँ
compromise.
भाई आ
If
गया.
you are super crazy, aggressive, difference-making guy, also
So I
learn a
was
little
saying
bit about repositioning,
तेरे घर वाले कहाँ गए?
optimizing, timing, process. This is
मामा
your
के
job.
गए
This is
हुए.
where I disagree because like it's gonna it's gonna affect your like player's instincts. You know, if he has the instincts that to be aggressive and to do like the moves
भाई
and
अगर
rotate fast and
दोनों
you
में
just
से
go for it,
एक
you just need
बंदा
to
भी
let him do
शो
it.
और
Yeah, you
मतलब
do, but you
And
don't
just
always
shade him
have
up a
to.
little bit,
Yeah.
but just let
खेल
him
नहीं
do
पाया
it,
ना
right?
तो
किन
You
दिनों में से?
don't ever mess with ops
मैचेस
instinct,
को
right?
और
If
ये
he's a
करना.
defensive
That's
one
a
like
t-shirt.
Shiro,
That's a t-shirt
yeah.
line here.
If it's like
भाई वो
if
दोनों
he's
तो हैं ही
defensive
अलग
like
टीम
Shiro,
में.
sure, you know,
अरे
just
तो वही बोल रहा हूँ
let
ना
him be
कि
that
दोनों
way. You know,
इक्वल है
maybe
और
again
अगर
shake
दोनों में
him
से
up a
कोई
little
शो
bit.
ऑफ
If
नहीं
he
मैं
कर
does
घर
पाया
aggressive
में.
like
तो
Dexter, shake
वो
him up a
हार
little bit.
जाएगी
Let
टीम.
him be.
प्रियांशु
You know,
यादव is back.
and
Lord.
James is obviously one of the most defensive, but
Okay.
also most complete
ठीक है.
operators. Sure, they are.
I thought we were going to
मैं
have to lift up
just
my
वैसे भी
head on
स्टार
the
प्लेयर
desk
नहीं
and
है
put me
स्पिरिट का.
between you two then, because it got a little bit fiery. So let's move on
भाई
to the
बट
riflers then.
इस मामले में
Yakinda
करना चाहिए
and
उसको.
arguably the difference makers for their team. Yakinda actually had a
है कौन फिर स्टार
0.80
प्लेयर?
rating in their
मिर
last matchup,
और
but
डेक्स्टर.
epically.
मेरे
And yet the
डेक्स्टर
team still
समडायंग.
won. Meanwhile, Merce seems to disappear as of late.
I think the story here shifts, switches between Mir and Yakindar because on the side of Spirit, you have Mir, who is kind of experienced as a player, right? He was in Vega Squadron, he's been around the top, sub-top
God,
level
that
of Counter-Strike
team.
for a long, long time. That was a good time, Vega, right?
Oh, not
And
so
then
much.
you have
भाई रोटी और
Yakindar as
दाल.
well, who in itself is a diamond in the rough. And Yakindar's impact in VP
प्रियांशु
has
यादव
been
is
huge.
back.
I do believe that we noticed Yakindar's drop-off because
भूख लग रही
look,
थी
I think
भूख.
he is involved in
भाई पीछे
35%
जो
of
बॉट
every
बैठा है
opening
इनके
kill
हिल
of
रहा है
VP.
वो.
So
उसके
Yakindar
देख
is
शोल्डर
in
ऊपर नीचे हो
third
रहे
with
हैं.
all the situations.
हाँ
He's the
हाँ
one
देख
going
रहा
in to
हूँ.
make the difference. So when he's having a
वीडियो
good
चल
day,
रही है ना
he
बीच
takes over.
स्टूडियो में.
That's it. Like Yakinder can take
User
over because
joined
of
your
how well he
channel.
fights. If he doesn't, you see them fall apart a little
अबे
bit.
मैं
So he's
स्ट्रीम कर रहा हूँ
quite
ना फिर ये सभी कुछ
important,
मत बोलिए.
pivotal for VP,
क्या?
and sometimes he misses
कह
the
रहा हूँ
mark, but
अभी
he is still
स्ट्रीम
like
कर रहा
a
हूँ मैं अभी
super
कुछ
exciting player to watch.
बोलियो
I
मत.
think what he needs now, yeah, he's definitely a scary aggressive
He
player.
is.
You know, what he needs now is a little bit of a support from Kicker and Buster. You know, lately they have been like kind of iffy. You know, their results are not even that great lately. You know, 7th, 8th place in Pro League, 7th,
they're
8th in
stagnating.
DreamHack. They're just not like, you know, like you said, they're stagnating right now, and they just need a little. He just needs a little bit more support from the other guys. Sanji is a player that we know that he drops a lot of guns. He plays a lot of dirty, like support positions, and then Kickert and Buster need to be the one that
तू तेरा
steps
नाम
up and
चेंज
help
करके
Yakinda
कसाब
and
रख ले
Jay.
अजमल
Meanwhile,
कसाब.
the Vito is there.
क्यों?
Yeah, I'm thinking we're going towards a Vito that would be
भाई
close to
एक
what we
चेट
had in
लगे एक
CS
में
IMR, which
चेट
is
लग
Dust
जाए
2.
मजा आ
There
जाएगा.
would be then an
Yes.
Inferno pick coming in. That is a bis repetita of what happened in their last game. If we follow the tracks, it would be an overpass handshake at the
Ancient
very
उठा
end,
ले
but
भाई
we could
VP.
see here
Yeah,
push into a
but
different
third map
direction.
hai yaar,
Thank you
third
very much.
map
That's
hai.
what happens. Spirit
आ
removes
गया,
overpass,
छोड़
and
दिया.
we have Ancient drumroll for the third map. So here, that's
भाई
Spirit saying,
मजा आ
you know what?
जाता
We don't
First
think
या
that our
second map में से
overpass
कोई
could be a
ancient
potential
होता.
third map, because VP would have been okay with
इसका
that.
साफ नाम रखने
Yeah,
क्यों बोल
definitely.
रहे हो ना
I was
Virtues
gonna
भाई?
say before that Ancient popped up as a decider, I was gonna say this was the most boring veto I have ever seen. It's just dust
Nefarious
two,
by mute
safe
हो गए.
pick from
Weak
Spirit.
segment करके
Yeah,
चले
teams
गए.
want to win Counter-Strike.
वो बोल
Safe
रहा था
pick
कि
again,
तू
and then and
बहुत
then
भाई
just
मतलब
Ancient. It's like
Sad.
kind of mixed up.
लर्क
I
करता
think
है
you're
जो.
going to have to take that up
Eastside.
at CSGO on Twitter. Valve changing map pool more frequently, and maybe Kassad will be a happy boy. And I'm a happy girl right now because we're going to head over to Harry and Hugo to get the CIS derby underway.
Oh yes, yes we are, and I love that little third map in this series. Woo, I hope we
Third
go
map
the
पहले हो
distance.
जाता.
It's a little dust too to start of the day. It's a bit of a classic here as we begin to embark on the CIS Derby. Hugo, I'm so excited. How are you?
I'm great, Harry. I'm feeling ready. We always love a bit of CIS, CS, and I've been missing my daily dose of VP here, so
ये पूरा retake
it's
पे है.
about time. Spirit
Heavy
on the
B,
CT
heavy
side,
mid.
and a bit of Dust 2 to begin. It is, of course, their map, that being Spirit. VP going for the T-side pick, looking to bring the pace, and they move out middle. E-stack out of the get-go for Spirit. Hinge smoke, and you can't really do much about that, but rotate
Shot
back towards A. You
Lilia.
can already see Spirit starting to panic and come in through the spawn. They also want to flank cap. You
पूरा
don't want to do
retake
it too
खेल रहे
early.
हैं
They
ये
wait the smoke out, they give a
Contest
bit of
ही दे रहा है.
respect. VP line up their utility, and Spirit start to move in
Mid
on the flank.
flash किया, mid से initiate कर रहे हैं.
Oh, this is weird though, right? You're fully retaking this A bomb site in a 5-on-5. This doesn't happen
This is
every day.
a very like
Let's see what Team Spirit
difficult
can do. The one thing that's
for
scaring me
CTs.
is that one flash
पूरा
that's
उस
just
पे
gone
है
over
किसके
is all the
shot
utility
लगते
they
हैं.
have. So they've got to win this on gunfights. They've got to win it on merit. They get up, they get close, and the Glocks are just churning through them, man. Low HP on Dexter and Mir. It's very, very awkward with everyone just fighting in this site. This is so chaotic. Someone has to win eventually, and ᴨᴨ Young comes in with a big multi-kill,
दोनों low
leaving
हैं,
it all
निकाल
on
सकता
Buster.
है.
But both players are
No,
so damn
no.
low. How
अरे.
can't he find them?
Unlucky.
They get the defuse. I don't.
मेरे ने
ᴨᴨ
काफी
Young
अच्छा
has
cover
1
दिया है,
HP.
पूरा body block कर
Mir's
And the
दिया.
other
body
guy had
blocking.
4 HP.
I don't know how he doesn't win that. That was a round set up for Buster to clutch. The P250.
He could have thrown a decoy into the site, and the explosion of it would have killed the
The
diffuser.
impact would have killed him. I mean, that's unbelievable, right? Like, yeah, Spirit,
भाई
you
यो
take
अपनी
that round,
गाड़ी
but VP,
second
that
round
should be
Dexter
theirs
में.
every day of the week. That's a
हाँ, देख
sitter
रहा
of a
हूँ.
round to lose. What?
बहुत पैसा है भाई उसके पास.
Okay, VP, bit pissed about that one. Can't blame them coming in with a force, and of course with a bomb plant, it's going to be a pretty good buy, all things considered. AK and a couple of Galils as well. But what a weird start to this game already. Always entertaining to watch those familiar matchups, right? Yeah,
We've got a second round AWP on Dexter.
I completely missed that.
Yeah.
That's a flex.
No, right? Yeah, I figured you missed it because that's definitely something you're not used to seeing. But he's brought it onto the playing field here right away. Doesn't have head armor behind it. That's the
Looks like
only
mid to
thing
B.
that could get
User
you
left your
concerned.
channel.
Out into mid for VP. They've got the mid to B smoke getting lined up as well.
क्या
So
लगता है
this is
निकलेगा
looking like the B split with the bomb
पता नहीं.
out back in the tunnels. They're out in middle now.
VP जीत जाएगी.
Zorb's not going to have much of a say. They're already up towards the B bomb site. Mir and ᴨᴨ Young going to have to do a lot of work as Kicker deals with Chopper down in middle. The Molly is roasting Sanji. It's kind of grinded to a bit of an awkward halt here. Yakindar's caught
चलो, अब
pushing
तो ना
through the
निकलता
door,
रहा.
and Mir agresses out the window. This
बचपन के
tunnel's
बाद
very,
खतरनाक
very
हो रखे हैं.
mistimed with the guys coming in through middle. And it's all left onto Shame. He's mopped up
पूरा
nice and
shots पे
cleanly by
depend हो
Team
जाता है
Spirit.
जब वहाँ पे फंस
That's a
जाते
bit
हैं.
of an ugly second
जब
round
smoke
as
drop
far
हो
as
गया
they
दोनों
go.
teams.
I thought that was going to be perfect for VP,
Right?
right?
It looked like it had all the makings
Yeah.
of a one round.
You've got Dexter trapped on A with the AWP. If the bomb's down there, you don't want to be retaking with the AWP. You don't want to be giving them the AWP either. It might just be a straight up save. But, you know, somehow, even with Kicker getting that spam kill to start, it's the molly from Chopper that burns out Sanji. And yeah, like you said, the tunnels play late. But I love that Spirit get aggressive there. They realize they have a gap and they're not getting pressured. And they actually just chase down the mid players who are waiting behind the door smoke. So they don't give any respect to VP getting comfortable in middle.
User joined your channel.
For liko, just a bit of this and that, some deagles, some glocks. Dexter with the AWP in middle, and oh dear, James already opened up. Chopper's getting aggressive. He is dinked as well. Oh, double, triple.
Fly out of there, my guy.
He's got one at least, and luckily Magix has come in to help him as well. Dexter's out of there with the AWP and a kill, and maybe some more. I do hope we get a banger from Dexter today, right? He has had some rough performances these last few matches here for Team Spirit. You know, when we have him on his peak, when we have him playing like how he did back in Katowice to start the year, this guy can be a legend, but you know, it's hard to keep consistent. It's hard to stay at that top level. And we've certainly seen games where he's dropped off and just gone silent here for Spirit. But already, I mean, when you're getting dropped second round orbs, you feel it.
Yeah. No, I like that. That's a good confidence move, right? Letting him just, you know, you essentially, like, it's pretty risky bringing out a second round AWP, especially with the tendency of teams to force buy and, like, the current stats around force buy successes. It's always scary. I think when it works, it's good, man. Like, you feel very uncontested in a sense, right? You don't have James, like, bearing down on you with his AWP yet. So you've had a couple of rounds now to kind of warm up into this. ᴍᴇᴱ is open for a bomb plant. He's not going to get it. Dies to the guy at Goose. Never even knows about him.
Only one guy.
Now we have that investment coming for Virtues.pro. James will have the AWP as well. ᴍᴇᴱ dropping that over.
Chalo bhai, gun round aa gaya.
Yeah, James, one of those AWPers that will just, I mean, like a lot of CIS AWPers in Shiro and Simple, will just sit in that T-spawn of Dust 2 for far too long, you could argue, and hope his team can work around that. Obviously getting a lot of info on rotations, getting some
mic दूर किया हुआ है, थोड़ा खा रहा हूँ ना.
On this round, though, they're going fast out long, no way to VP, and luckily no Spirit there to meet them. We've got the cap boost with the AWP, ᴍᴇᴱ defaulting B, he's got no utility, so he's just hanging out on his own after dropping that AWP. James looking for the mid picks, and he almost grabbed the head of ᴑᴇᴱ, who gets out alive with that information. Confirmation that there's an AWP in play, and doubled up for Spirit. Some Dayoungs at the back of B. How will this long take go, though? We've got Magic spotting. Obviously, Dexter's going to be able to turn around off of Catwalk once this play comes in. Maybe leave his teammate there to watch his back for a split. ᴍᴇᴱ's still holding on to B. So, I mean, with this position, VP can always, you know, throw those smokes, double back in through spawn, end in a B play. If not, then ᴍᴇᴱ needs to get moving soon.
Will James attempt the wall bang as well? You sometimes see the AWP just fire through that box on site as a precaution. They lose ᴍᴇᴱ in the tunnels, and now, like, the alarm bells are going off for VP. They realize Team Spirit know this is an A play. They've cleared out the tunnels. They've dealt with the lurk. And so everyone's here for Team Spirit. Magic's waiting up in the bomb site. Dexter pulls the attention away over towards short. So we need something big out of Magic's. Chopper is here to help him out. Can these two hold on to the A-bomb site? Magix dies as the smoke fades, and Chopper faces much the same fate. Sanji's tapping them out of this round, and he's on for the ace.
Not like this.
Some Dayoung probably doesn't want to give that over, but he's not exactly in the comfiest position to get away with this AWP. You got to cross into enemy eyesight, and there it is. ᴍᴇᴱ just peeks him down in CT.
Oh, it does feel good to see Sanji on rifles, right? Primary weapons for the young gun, and beasting with them. What a round. Tap on the fourth guy. VP hit a play. Getting on the board early, that's going to do, you know, damage to Spirit's economy as well. Obviously, they'll definitely be buying in after going 3-0 up, but far from pretty. James again looking for the mid pick while ᴍᴇᴱ runs down. The cover is there. Dexter does have the AWP up on the A side of things. Again, double B a Spirit, not giving over any mid picks, right? You know that AWP is going to be prolific in this position. So it's key you don't give James what he wants. He really hasn't been given many options in this T side already, but give him time. He is obviously a guy who plays for the round, right? Not always for the opener, playing for the trade, playing for the clutch, playing to stay alive. VP setting up for an A explosion. Noise being made on Cat. Now a flash out long. Magix is here. And he's got a double with the Deagle. Spamming in the chest. Jane with the orb and the bomb. This can go from bad to worse. And there it is from Magix. Even Dexter helps out. No kills right now for VP. Getting slaughtered.
Very strong.
Yeah, that's brutal, man. That is brutal. Magix's Deagle at long just ruins them. And, you know, I don't want to say it, but the Deagle does need an...
Oh, no, it's happened. Only a body shot now.
Only a body shot. Don't change anything else. I don't want it to be like really inaccurate or like, you know, just like a pretend gun, you know,
like, you know, you only get one bullet a mag or something weird like that.
Or like double headshot. Like, no, one shot headshot's fine. Give me infinite range on that, man. Reward the accuracy, but the body shots...
No, I can get behind it. I just get scared when we talk about nerfs because I just think about it going too far.
They over-nerf everything.
Yeah, you know, R8, pretty good. Let's essentially delete it.
Well, you know, it was more than pretty good.
Okay,
it was broken.
Yeah, but they pretty much broke it back the other way. They snapped it in half. It's unusable. And maybe that's a good thing. But the Deagle, don't want that to be in the same case.
So look, they're back out in middle. VP, they've got all this control, team spirit. They're not playing anyone down in middle. So they don't have the info yet, but that Molly's given up. That cat control's been taken by VP. They've still got Buster waiting in the tunnels and throwing utility into this B bomb site. And the rest of the gang are down here in middle.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a little ugly. See, do you want to attempt the mid to B now? You've just lost the tunnels component. Sanji's having to go back to try and fill the hole in tunnels. Once again, this mid to B is grinded to a very awkward halt for Virtues.pro. Magix has pushed the long door. James at the turn, but Magix will hunt down the trade. And even spots the other players up here outside of B. Oh, no. This feels so weird. Dexter and some Young are kind of scratching their head as to what's going on.
I really thought
Sanji was going to go through the smoke there and try and help out. His team is so late to B, and they're just going to flash peek him, and Mir with a triple closes the round.
That is now like both B plays that have had something go wrong, right? And you know, like it's not all VP. I think Team Spirit have had really good precautions, not precautions, like responses, right, to what
Hello Dexter, hello Kaioken, I'm good, how are you, man? ᴍᴏᴜᴱᴜ.
They're bullying you in window and then they're fighting you for it. But that round there really falls apart because Buster gets caught, you know, in the tunnels before the push was going to happen. And so you just lose the entire, you know, like second prong to that attack. And everyone in the site's just homed in on middle. Suddenly that's all they have to worry about. And VP were like trapped in this horrible crossfire of mid and CT.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? When you're getting stuck up that ramp and just sitting outside of the B site, it's not a comfortable position because not only are, you know, the B players more than ready for you being there after, as you say, they kill the prong in tunnel, but you're getting flanked, you know, players coming from CT, they're pushing long, they're dropping off Cat. You know, we saw Jane get caught in middle, somehow getting a kill, but immediately traded. And yeah, that's a nice, easy round for Spirit. I would have loved Sanji to go through that smoke, right? You said he filled the void in tunnel. Well, no eyes were on him until he finally pushed out at the end. He got one, but it was, you know, past the point of no return. His team were dead. VP slow start. And more pistols here. 4 Deegs and a scout on Jame. Looking for B kills. They've been getting a lot of focus on the tunnel, right? Like whoever's there has been getting double-faced every round, double naded, you name it. And so if VP can grab a quick D kill, set themselves up into this B site, maybe there's a chance for something, and that will do it from ᴍᴜᴜ. Goodbye to the orb. ᴍᴜᴜ looking for more, but the molly keeps him contained. Oh, smoke. Thought he was going through, but he gets stuck in the middle, and Mir keeps the B site alive for now.
Yeah, the players that are trickling back through into mid have got to get past Chopper. Oh, that nade could have been big. They just get out the way of it. Gonna try and get up catwalk, but really, like, the odds of finding much in a round like this now for VP, pretty rough, man. Pretty hard pressed to find anything. A double up in the B bomb site, Team Spirit focusing on these long doors and having Dexter in a position where he can fall back and play retake. Like, yeah, man, this is a really nice setup out of Spirit. right what they needed. They put a stop to the long push. The bombs cut
Magic's full
loose. And now
focus
there's nothing
hai bhai,
Sanji can do outside of maybe find some damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's good, man. He's good. You give him a deagle, give him an SMG. Doesn't matter. He'll find something with it. That's what he's good at. That's his speciality.
Yeah, he's had some nice shots this game already, although mostly falling on dead ears, right?
भाई
VP were
क्या
one round
shots
to their
मार रहा
name.
है
That was their first buy in round number 4, but nothing since the fact. And now we've got another ult for James, dropped over by Sanji. Hopefully everyone else is still armed, at least here for VP. They'll need it. Spirit are bringing their A game right now. Of course, elimination on the line. Loser of this, oh sorry, winner of this rather, going on to face NIP for that one extra third spot in the playoffs. And NIP, you know, that's a whole nother kettle of fish. Actually looking really good as well right now this tournament. But neither of these teams are thinking about the follow-up match. It's all about the here and the now. The double cat setup is a perfect bait, but Magic dies immediately. Luckily, Chopper trades and keeps things in the advantage. Util to keep him alive and back out. VP is still committing here, walking up the catwalk. Chopper needs to make up his mind. He keeps towing the line between aggro and passive, and now with the flash, he's going to fully force it up. James is ready, though, and the flash does not affect him. 3-on-3 now. VP given away back in, and they wanted to run, but the molly will slow them for a second at least.
Yeah, it's a pretty big Molotov. Oh, well, maybe not now. Now they've killed Young on the rotation. Everyone from Team Spirit was running over towards the A-bomb site, but James, the trickster godman down here in middle. Yeah. Ooh, in with another. It's mere court crossing. The B-bomb site locked down, and they know that Dexter's ult was over towards this A-bomb site, so they've dodged him well. Big round out of James.
Very annoying to play players like James.
Really,
Very annoying.
Set up by that could have been a pretty damaging peak.
Dust 2 में इसकी ये स्पेशलिटी है, ये ऑफ के साथ लेके जो ये बीच बीच में लर्किंग करता है, रोटेशन काटता है, बहुत मुश्किल है वो एंगल पे ना ऑपर को मारना बहुत मुश्किल है. हेलो मुकुल भाई, मेरे एप्लीकेशन पेंडिंग दिखा रहा है. भाई अगर पेंडिंग दिखा रहा है तो नहीं होगा अप्रूव, क्योंकि इमीडिएटली या तो कर देते हैं या फिर नहीं करते. जो लेवल 8 ने काफी ने अप्लाई किया हो ना, उनको अप्रूव कर नहीं रहे, क्योंकि अब हब हो गया बहुत एक्टिव. अब 9 से 10 कर देंगे मोस्टली, और काफी प्लेयर्स को रिमूव करना भी शुरू किया. कुछ जो एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर्स है ना, वो बोलते हैं यार भाई कैसे कैसे प्लेयर है बीच बीच में. मैं कह यार अपने ही बंदे हैं यार सारे, कोई नहीं, इम्प्रूव करेंगे बाद में. अगर नहीं होता तो हटा देंगे. तो अब मैंने थोड़ा काइंड ऑफ स्ट्रिक्ट कर दिया, और रिक्रूटमेंट प्रोसेस और जो करंट मेंबर्स हैं उनको भी मतलब कटिंग करनी शुरू कर दी है, जो अप टू द मार्क नहीं है. फॉर इंस्टेंस एलटी से डिफॉल्ट ले रहे हैं, लॉन्ग ले चुके हैं. ये किंडर भाई बहुत मार खा रहा है. 9 राउंड हुए हैं, हर बारी पिट ही रहा है. His tricks are not working.
Close corner at the doors in mid. Magix is holding long aggressive. I do like the way that Spirit play this CT side. Yeah. Right, and it's very, very good responses. They feel like, you know, this mid area has been a bit of a problem. Well, you know, we'll fill that hole with the double orb. We'll get Mir there. We'll have him doubling up with Chopper. Once Mir gets the kill, he knows the pressure's kind of off mid somewhat, so he's gone and reinforced the B-bomb site, which is right where you want him. VP, still paranoid about a potential mid-orb having to take their... I mean, I say that, James just
nice flash, but no one capitalized. And now Chopper gets a double from here.
Up close. Oh, kick.
No!
Chopper fires off too soon.
उसकी मूवमेंट पे इसके शॉट्स पेट हुए.
That's rough. That's rough.
Well, you'll see they're putting pressure on the mid to be, and I say that
अभी तक लॉन्ग पुश नहीं किया
उसने.
यार ये सब करके स्पिरिट जो गिव अवे कर रही है ना राउंड, चलो अच्छा. But 2v2 it favors them, but टाइम ही नहीं है. लोल टाइम देखा है. चलो राउंड आ गया ना, और क्या चाहिए, कुछ नहीं है.
Feels like these mid to Bs are the bane of their existence right now.
ये क्या लिख रहा है भाई
And that
चैट
wasn't
में
even the same
exit?
problem as the past.
भाई
They try and
निंजा
rock
भाई
their
का
wrongs,
है
Harry.
ये
They leave a solo lurk mid. They let
अच्छा
Kicker get naughty. And then it comes down to the tunnels push. And of course, for the first time, Spirit are playing
yep
aggro in the
I
tunnels.
try to
I love this, by the way. They've shown it a few times now. It looks so sick, man. Like the wireframe.
बहुत ही अच्छे 2 किल
Draw the
मारे
bottles
समटाइम
on.
ने थोड़ी 1 सेकंड का फर्क होता तो सेव हो जाता भाई
Very, very cool.
Something that does make me nervous.
Long
Hold my
take.
thought, because right now Yakindar
nice flashes by
is
the
making
keys.
me happy out here through the long area. Him and Buster, good for these openers. And now Spirit are kind of freaking out. This is one of the worst starts to a round they've had in a long while. They haven't had this kind of problem to deal with yet. They fully gambled in this round, just pulling everyone over towards A. And they might even try
अरे ये
retaking
blue
one.
bin
I
छुप
like
रहे
this.
हैं
I
और
like
ये
this
long
decision.
आगे आ रहे
We've
हैं
got 3
So
here.
the VP.
Yeah, man, VP, they're
ready
smart.
हैं
They're
he's
holding. They're expecting that this could happen. Mir is still ready for Yakindar. They know they've got Buster trapped. This is a good opportunity for a 1v1. Young's trying to capitalize on it. And Buster is low. Look at this kicker. Is in the
भाग
door.
रहा है
He's trying to
bomb
play
B की
like a
तरफ
trade game. But really, he can't do that. And he knows it, right? He's got the bomb. He doesn't want to risk losing that to Young. He's just taking that bomb over
oh
towards B. I don't know how Buster wins that fight out. And now any hope of winning this round is out the window. Maybe if that kill at long goes the other way. Maybe, but even then, right?
Even then. Well, VP, you know, they're known to be slow, and a slow start maybe.
So what I was going to say is, like, one of the things that's a little concerning
Connected.
is that VP, this like
Channel
तो
switched.
चाहिए भाई तेरे
भाई
को
कोई issue आया था कि resolve हो गया?
अबे लोगी क्या सीन है जानी किधर हो
एक
अरे
मिनट
लोगी एक्चुअली सामने एक प्लेयर है उसका वो हो गया है
हेलो
उसको गेस्ट आ गए तो दोनों टीम मतलब कैंसिल के लिए बोल
भाई अब मत बोलना
अब ठीक है ना?
हाँ हो गया,
User
हो गया,
joined your channel. Disconnected.
भाई कैंसिल कर दिया
कैंसिल किसने करा है?
मैंने करा है भाई
क्यों करा है?
भाई वो छोड़ रहा है बंदा
कहाँ बोल रहा है? अभी तो मैं बात करके आया, वो कह रहा है ठीक है।
भाई अभी मेरे को बोला इसने निंजा ने मैं जा रहा हूँ भाई मेरी इमरजेंसी है वो देख चलेगा दूसरी टीम वाले
अच्छा
भाई मेरे को पोक आया भाई तभी तो गया मैं उस चैनल पे
अच्छा अच्छा पता नहीं
You could even argue forcing here if you're
Yeah.
Spirit, right? Your money is so bad. Get everyone on the same wavelength. But
अभी
all
मैं
you've
TS
got
पे क्या
into
कर
this
रहे
one,
हैं?
hope
कोई
that
दिक्कत
Dexter
नहीं है,
can
पता
have
नहीं।
a hell of a round, but
हाँ
it's
वो मैंने
really
कर दिया ना
asking for a
कैंसिल
lot here. And that's VP's way back in, right? We again say slow starts, but not just slow gameplay. They're already in, they're on the board, and they're looking to build. Oh, James, I get so nervous watching him.
फिर
Look
से
through those
लॉन्ग
doors.
टेक
Buster's
लो
got the
गया
long
है,
pick. The
ऑपरेंट
op did
टीप
make it
पर
into
स्किल
lower
के जा रहा
tunnels,
था।
which is a nice play, but there's no one here for VP again. Using that long
5
possession.
man long, no one holding behind. यही बनाएंगे।
They can be patient, they can run it. Doesn't matter how they choose to go. There's not going to be much to stop them with the orb so far out of position. It's just Chopper on the site. James has not wallbanged him. They have no idea. Molly starts to land. That could be claustrophobic for Chopper, but he waits patiently and they come his way. Oh no!
मेरे ने एक
The
स्मोक से
SMG's
मार
tearing
दिया।
through these
Lucky।
keys, and now it's getting uncomfortable for VP.
CS ऐसी गेम है, कहीं से भी किसी टाइम भी पासा पलट जाता है।
Doesn't go off because of the smoke.
3v2 in favor of Spirit.
The bomb still hasn't
James
crossed
can't
into the
help
site
his
yet. It's
teammate.
still
He has
sat
no
waiting
nades on
for a
long.
peek. This nade on Dexter could just end the life of the
बहुत
bomb, but he's
difficult
gonna
clutch
do
है.
it
Let's
with
see
the
how
orb anyway.
it goes.
So it's Jave, 1v3 over at the car, looking for a way back in,
James time.
looking for anything, and not giving him the fight. They just don't have to. All the pressure is on Jame right now to make something
Corsair
happen.
एकदम सही कह रहा था।
And the moment he takes a shot, they can swing this together. They can trade it out. Young is a long way away. That's the
चलो
only thing that
जूम
gets me
की साउंड भी
nervous.
आ गई।
There's one thing that
गैंडोल
freaks
वाले
me
को
out a
उसने
little.
इन्फो
It's
दे
that
दिया है
he's all
कि
the way
एक
over at long.
लास्ट बंदा साइड पे है।
He knows what's going on. Like, this is the crossfire you would hold. He's seen your elbow, but he's missed the shot, and Dexter's
Nice
gonna mop
moment.
him up. Jame had the read, but couldn't find the shots to make it happen.
Yeah, I'm so surprised James chooses to get aggro there with
क्यों
such
क्यों
a
कर रहा है
good
वो
read.
फिर?
Like, even he
अच्छा निंजा को नहीं ग्लूमी को जाना था।
निंजा ने बोला था मुझे, बोला इसके वो आ गए इमरजेंसी फैमिली में, कैंसिल कर दिया।
Yeah, didn't opt to go for that. Just wanted to bring the fight to them. Wow, this is quite a turn of events, Harry. Sanji with the only weapon in the round. Everyone else eco, or forced rather.
Wait, what?
It's yeah.
Sanji's freaking out right now. He never
Deep
he's like
User left your channel.
excited. Oh no, Sanji's burnt alive.
He's too blind.
It always finds its way into the hands
जिस पे गन थी भाई वो पूरा ही जल गया।
User joined your channel.
Was that a double molly? Like they got melted.
अच्छी काउंटर यूटिल डाल दी थी सब डायंग ने, पूरा टाइम ब्लाइंड था। मॉली से इसको एक किल मिल गई, रोटेशन का भी टाइम बाय हो गया, काउंटर फ्लैश भी डाला है, बहुत ओपी था डिफेंस।
That's all I'm learning. Yet to win a round on it. Other than that, you know, late B take after killing a bunch at long A, which I don't count, I guess.
Yeah, no, I honestly like the idea as well of kind of bullying Magix at long a little bit, right? Like, you know, he's having a good game as Magix. He was doing good at holding on to long, but when they were doing these like 4-man takes right away with flashes and getting out, they were constantly besting him. I think if there was someone you wanted to try and get into the head of, Magix could be a good
जेम का सिग्नेचर पिक है ये। He likes to love to do this pick.
Oh no, the mid fight.
Oh, how does Mir win that, James?
Even I don't know how does Mir win that fight.
Spirit now, I mean 9-3 now.
जेम के लिए वो राइट टाइप ही
wheels
होती
off the
है।
wagon. They're starting to be a
Still
little more
unlucky.
confident in their plays. Not seeing that fight being taken all CT side, but
Mir ready रहेगा उसके लिए। He knows the tendencies जेम की।
Looking to get out mid, but this is by design again. Spirit just
तुम
holding it
वीपी
from
का कोई भी
the
मैच
back of
देखो ना,
B.
जेम वो पिक के लिए एक मैच में 1 से 2 बार तो जाता ही है।
They've been able to fight for this mid control. That was really like one of the only things VP were getting, were like the control of Cat, the ability to mid to B with very little resistance, and now they're not even getting that. They're going to have to look for fights elsewhere. They're going to have to look for other ideas here. Kicker throwing in the execute nades for this A
pressure
bomb site,
करके
but it's
मिट्टू
nothing
भी
more than
निकल
a
रहे
fake to keep the
हैं।
attention of Team Spirit homed in over at A. Now Mir sounds the alarm bells, calls that it's looking
Good
like a mid to
refrags
B,
for
and
VP.
Sundai Young does get melted. Finally,
ये
one of
round
these B
तो
plays works out for
no way they
Virtues.pro.
lose. You won 16-14? No, we won 19-17 in overtime. बहुत मजा आया गेम में। इतनी अच्छी गेम बहुत टाइम बाद खेली। अच्छी इन द
ट्राई क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं?
अच्छी इन द सेंस enjoyable game. Like it was enjoyable. भाई बी पे रीटेक करना आसान नहीं होता, इसलिए नहीं कर रहे भाई। ऑड्स के लिए खेलते हैं भाई ये। अगर मैच मेकिंग होता तो तुम देखते बंदे ट्राई कर रहे होते। हमारे लेवल पे भी ना ट्राई नहीं करते ये, इवन हमारे लेवल पे, क्योंकि काइंडा 70% लूज कर चुके हैं हम राउंड ऑलरेडी। नंबर्स भी डाउन है, बी साइट है, मुश्किल होता है। प्लस मिड टू भी गए थे तो मिड पे कोई लड़कर भी छुपा रह सकता है कहीं पे भी क्लोज एंगल पे। मुकुल भाई मैं वैलोरेंट खेलता ही नहीं यार, ओनली CS।
Yeah, Hugo. Yeah, look.
How is GCC? I don't play GCC. अपना हब बनाया भाई हमने, इंडियन CS कम्युनिटी, उसकी ग्रोथ चल रही है अभी तो। This is a fast B rush. This is a door smoke. Fast door smoke. Door smoke है भाई वो।
वो मिड से भागते हुए।
Yes.
They do get into the site, and Team Spirit are all here.
बी रश के लिए भी पहले ही बी मिड से डाल सकते हैं कि जब तुम आओ तुम्हें बी के बाहर से कोई मार ना पाए। I don't know if this angle will be good or not. मर गया। नहीं यार सांजी भाई, अभी ना I don't plan to, or I don't want to. I'll rather quit, I think.
Team Spirit lobbing utility in. The AWP
Nice
gets
shot
away for the
by
play in the
James.
tunnel and goes back in.
सांजी भाई ओवरप्ले कर रहा है बहुत।
VP are up onto 5, and now there is no money for Team Spirit heading into the last round of the half.
Yeah, Kicker and Sanji are really doing it all right now for VP, like just getting them every single round they need.
Expected नहीं था इनका, पेस चेंज हो जाएगी।
What a play from Sanji. The isolate Dexter here as well. He scoped on deep tunnels. Like, that's a confidence Dexter has in his team.
आपसे ही hope थी CS
to deal with Sanji, and it's still not enough. Dexter dies in the process.
हम तो अपना
देखे
बेस्ट
थोड़ी
देते
इसने
हैं
3-20 में 2 ही भी देखे ना
पता नहीं मैंने नोटिस नहीं किया
VP
क्या हो गया
carving a path to a 90
कुछ नहीं भाई अब तो हो गया क्यों
and this one should be the easiest round yet, but Mia wants to make it
Sure.
anything but. Quick kill, bit of aggression, bit of
चलो एडवांटेज मेरा इनको भी पुश कर दिया बस्टर ने स्पॉट नहीं किया उसको द टाइमिंग
Oh, the bomb's here.
Oh my god, the bomb's come into oh no, but James just turned away. James. Oh my god.
He can still die.
Yeah, this is still so weird. James,
भाई चॉपर को देख
this is one round where your slowness. Oh, he's just hit a time and again. They're coming back. They're coming back. The Deagle's dead after one. James turns. They get Chopper out of T-Spawn. That was all hanging in the balance, man. It was just a matter of timings, and no one knew what they were going to hit. No one knew what they were going to discover.
Imagine if Jane went there earlier, man. That would have been an orb and the bomb at the feet of Chopper. Instead, it's a difficult retake with no kit.
Yeah, man, and you know, if it wasn't round 15, you'd just be looking to save it. You probably wouldn't even be thinking about this round, but they're going to give it a go. They're going to see what they can do. They get this tunnel's control. They're anxious about T-Spawn. They don't know anything about it. They've gotten by, and so they'll take this control. Now trying to move in together. James lands that first shot, but the trade is found by ᴨᴚᴚ. Both players with this crossfire in the sight. Buster now doesn't need to peek. He can wait for ᴨᴚᴚ's contact. ᴨᴚᴚ will get... Oh my god, the flash...
Nice try.
ᴨᴚᴚ, but he still gets the kill. It's fine. There we go. 9-6 at the end of that first half, and things get a little bit closer now. We've really got a series on our hand. We've already watched 15 rounds. There's even more coming up after the
के नाम पे so strong खेल रहे हैं मैं सुना हब पे थोड़े लोग बुशियर लेके I have no idea
समझ नहीं आ रही क्या
निकालता रहता हूँ भाई जो लगता है बूस्टेड हो सकता है अभी हमने
अरे भाई लोगी तेरा माइक है ना मुंह के पास लगा आवाज नहीं आ रही तेरी स्क्रीन पे
ठीक है भाई क्योंकि भाई अपन ने कोशिश वही की हुई है अभी कि सिर्फ बढ़िया प्लेयर हैं अभी जैसे कि मेंबर्स दिखाता हूँ आपको जो प्रो लीग में है अभी
the moment because you guys have been quite a force this entire year. In fact, you've been a difficult team to play against. How do you think that is?
We tried to do a lot of styles from the start of the year, and to these times we changed a lot of things. So if you're going to talk how difficult to play against Team Spirit, it's we was trying to play in team roles when I came, but they give me more space, like because we don't have a lot of time to train on packs and screams. We try to play 4+1, something like that. But I was playing in rounds the roles that the team gives me. When we have some time to work on it, we did a lot of changes to see how it's going to be worked in the long distance for us. Because we have some problems in some tournaments, and we see what we need to change, what should work better for us. And we try to make some changes in our game.
You're going to be playing Virtues.pro next, so I'm assuming you still spend some time looking at their game, and they are obviously another very difficult team also to play against, though you've played them many times in the past. How do you feel about that game coming up?
We played, I remember 2 or 3 last games against VP. We don't win them in this year. Maybe I'm wrong. I was not checking that on National TV, but I would like to say this team is preparing for any opponents, and we understand that. In other days, we was practicing in playing our game, but right now we do prepare things for against VP. We wanna beat them here. We don't wanna leave tournament like we did on Ermer. And we lost against VP. It was like a week ago. So we wanna beat them here.
जैसे कि
And
अभी
we did
दिखाता हूँ
some
players
prepare things. We practice ancient.
अभी
The third map will be ancient.
कोई भी ऐसा
Dexter, we're running
प्लेयर
out of
नहीं
time,
है
so
मतलब
I
कुछ
just want to
हैं
thank you so
but
much for joining me here
ज़्यादातर
today.
नहीं
I
है।
really appreciate it, and best of luck in the game against Virtus.pro that's coming up next.
Thank you, Anders.
It's always sunny on Dust 2. That's why you love it. It's sandy, it's yellow, it's sunny, and we're all having a good time.
पाकिस्तान प्लेयर
VP, take it on Team Spirit.
ये भी काफी
And we're
पाकिस्तान
here
प्लेयर्स
keeping
भी
the
आए
chill
हैं
house
कल
music
परसों में
vibes
मैंने उनको
going,
इनवाइट किया
heading into
स्पेशली
this second
हब
half.
में अपने ये सारे मिलके खेले
Yeah, pretty banging game right now. VP getting back into things. Felt like it could have been a one-sided affair, but a pistol will make that clear or not, I guess, if Spirit can take it. T-side start, chopper with a util, Mia already gooshed.
Yeah, you know, being real, it was like a great CT half out of Spirit right
भाई
until the
कितने
end, and then it
close
kind
है
of
monitor
spotted
के
to a bit of a halt,
हाँ।
right? Largely on the back of the money running out, they started to face some economic woes, and that can always
डर
be the
लगता है देख
undoing
के
of a good half, right? Suddenly now VP are pretty confident moving into this second half of play. They've got room. Can they capitalize on it? Flash over middle, tries to get Team Spirit this opener. They haven't managed to secure it. They've got one smoke on Chopper. And so this gives you a couple of options. You could try a hand at it like a mid to B. You can use this smoke for the double doors at the B bomb site. It looks like it could be the latter.
Yeah, great angle for Buster. Can just get some taps off here. The smoke will give you warning as well when you see it flying over the roof, but it's coming in late, and he's going to get dropped immediately. Kick it now up for the job, and a quick drop of the bomb. Kicker's got two. They're jumping through the corner, and they'll finally trade him out. Jane now, third man here. VP just throwing bodies at the problem. Chopper's so low. A couple of players, a shot from death, but the plant will be allowed.
Yeah, that's something at least. Oh, I like this from Mir. I love this position. It's really grimy. It's really gross. But here he is. Oh, the shot in the back of the head. You can no, doesn't turn around, and Chopper faces
भाई
it
मेरे ने
from the
बहुत
front.
स्मार्ट खेला बहुत ज़्यादा
James still
स्मार्ट
waiting down in middle.
How's he gone back here? He was window. He was fighting B. Now he's saving.
James is in retrograde right now, right? That's what they say.
Oh, he could have at least tried to help his team coming
आजा
through
भाई
tunnel, put some
छुट्टी है
pressure. Obviously, he's backing out,
अभी
hoping
नहीं
they
यार
get aggressive.
अच्छे से
But
भाई
you know, with his team coming back
I
in through
won't
tunnel,
play today I think
would love some
I am
assistance on
tired
that one.
we had officials today which went pretty good
He can't keep getting
we won the
away.
games but I am really tired
Oh, there it is.
I want to watch some CS and relax
That's what matters.
Oh dear. Well, this could be a roll now, right? 10-6. Pistol round for Spirit. VP going to force. You don't see these rounds often get one on the CT side of Dust 2. So, you know, maybe a 12-6 here, Harry, before the guns come out. VP, you know, they got 3-0'd at the start of the half as well on the
solo
CT
B
side. So, pistols have not been good to them. Flash out long, Mia, no fear, but he should have because he's blind.
Please
he's
go
naded.
back.
There's three
Thank
players
you.
crossing and fighting, and somehow he decides he wants nothing to do with it, and they let him get away. Cheeky. Maybe time for a reset, get back towards B.
Weekender का तो भाई बहुत घटिया स्कोर रखा है मैंने अभी नोटिस किया 2-16 16 राउंड हुए हैं ये 17 चल रहा है हर राउंड मरा है अभी तक
Spirit do manage to get this round, they would be on a roll, and it would be VP getting shabatted, right? So now this tunnels control taken by Team Spirit. That was pretty good. Come on, give me some respect.
No, I like it. I like it.
Around 4 players over towards A for VP. And so Team Spirit could find themselves walking into this stack.
They have two more, these Chopper and Mir have. I Request, please use them on
Yeah, here's
site.
the smokes. They are going to
and
be
ramp.
going into the deagles. Maybe there's a chance for some dangerous shots from VP.
चलो मेरे ने
Scout
तो
on the
डाली
cross as well,
मोदी,
smoked
दोनों
off
वॉलीज
initially.
की, nice.
No headshot smoke. Oh, it's
Ramp
finally
and
come in,
boost
so now
volley
James going to be
डाली.
hard pressed to find much. Sanji steals the kill away.
ये round
James
पिटेंगे
trying to stop
ये.
the cross, but they're already up on
पिटेंगे
the
ये
bomb
round.
site. Kick it with a deagle, and this stack is working wonders for VP right now.
भाई हो
More
सकता है possible.
Deag madness finally put down by the scout, but we have 20 seconds for Spirit to get going. The late long lurk is something. But can the scout
Nice.
trade? No,
Nice.
making this round a reality in a 2v4. Now
अब
down to
नहीं
the
हारेंगे
one man
यार,
of
अब
Buster.
नहीं हारेंगे.
It's all falling apart. The plant needs to happen and forget it.
बच गए
Somebody
भाई,
else
बच
got
गए,
all the
कैसे तो
kills.
निकाल दिया
What a
round
round
इन्होंने.
from Team Spirit out of nowhere. You were ready to
ये
count
साइड
them
का
out.
तो पूरा अटैक तोड़
As soon
दिया
as
था
VP
इन्होंने.
certainly
लॉन्ग
did,
वाले
they
ने
stopped
रिएक्ट करके
considering
बचा
long.
लिया भाई.
That was right when
ये लोग
Samdayong
वाला
ran
offguard हो
through and finds 3 to close. Out for VP. That one's going to sting.
Great scout work, though.
Yeah.
I love a scout player, man. It's such a... It's like... I don't even know. I don't even know where I'm going with this. There's something about it. There's something about the scout, man.
It feels like, you know, the pre-nerf form, Harry, because you're just running so fast with it.
It is so quick. It's like a real Zoomy boy.
Easy
oh
farm.
my god, the Zoomy boys in this round are getting shut
Ace.
down. Oh,
Easy
mid.
ace.
Stray bullet finds James. Maybe he gets an ace.
Easy ace.
At the very,
easy
very
ace.
least, he's making a lot of money, Izmir.
अरे चुरा ली.
Not allowed, though.
No, it's fine, man. You know, it's the old saying, no one gets the ace. Everyone gets the 4K, right? And then one of your teammates hounds down the last dude.
I'm glad the pro matches are just like the pugs, but yeah, here we go. It's about time
हेलो
for
भाई,
VP
क्या
to
हाल
show
चाल?
up, because
बढ़िया भाई,
otherwise
आप
they're going
बताओ
to get
कैसे
rolled
हो?
in this first map. 2 AWPs.
Long
Could
take
that
कर
be
रहे
the
हैं.
solution? Buster joining James.
Okay, Samdayong, right? There's like being confident, then there's deeging down mid in a full buy round. That's just ridiculous. Chopper's managed to get across to the blue bin. But it's his teammates getting dumpstered as they get out through the long doors. This double setup. Oh, it's a little ugly. Yakinda are dead without
चलो
anything.
3v3.
Yakinda are having a very rough time in this game right now. 2-19. I feel like that's kind of slipped under the radar, but man, like he's so often the guy who will open up
Logi
rounds
playing
for
amongst the
Virtues.pro,
best.
create you
Logi
space.
playing amongst the best team possible.
That's why it's feeling so claustrophobic right about now.
Yeah, let's hope he can recover for the second map, right? Not that this one is done, but sometimes you just need that, you know, change of the wind. Onto
Dexter
a
भाई
new
तब से B push ही
battleground.
देखते जा रहे हैं.
And one the VP have picked as well, right?
क्या करेंगे?
They're going to regroup. Leave long, leave 2 CTs on the site, do VP. Buster still has top mid with the AWP, but that's of little value when we have the spawn side reset. Spirit are going back in through the tunnels. Now, the timing is everything, right? Buster will probably reconsider B at some point in the next few seconds and will hopefully be there to deal with this play. But if not, this is a rough ride for VP with no kit. Buster has some nades, but he's still not looking at B, and with every second that passes, Spirit get closer. Finally, he posts up, but he is not convinced, Harry.
Yeah, man, he's just responsible for so much of this map right now. The flash is good, at least, and Buster is back into B in time. He's not able to stop them from moving in. The AK brings him down low, and the Molotov burns him out. The bomb plant's going to come through.
विश्वास.
With James still alive, he
तो
calls
मेरे
in
को
the
भी है.
save in this round.
But
yeah, and you can't really
देखते
laugh
हैं
at
यार
that. It
क्या
is the
होता है.
right call, sadly, right? Buster needed a kill
वो
to
तो
tempt VP in for that
time ही
retake.
बताएगा.
Kit, and all that util lost in the window. Maybe something there to pick up, but not enough to justify VP going for it. They need the guns, they need the money, they need the rounds, though, at the same time, and Spirit are getting awfully close to closing their pick. Kicker scavenging a couple of grenades at least, but it's a very small victory right now.
29 में लेंगे ना इनको?
पता नहीं. Max loss देखना पड़ेगा उसके लिए.
29 मिले.
He was looking at him, he was showing
34.
us, and then he's laughing the moment it happens, man.
34 मिले.
Samdayong is like a great character, I think, man. Like, whenever we have him on, he's always a good time, he's always nice and smiley. Yeah,
This Spirit team is super likable, right? Like, you know, obviously not just from the talent they have in, I think Mir and Chopper especially, like more of the experienced, well-known players, but Dex has proven to be a real talent, not only in the server, but, you know, talking to him as well. And Magix, he's so sweet.
Yeah, man, you gotta love Magix. How can't you? Plus, like, for such a young player, his, like, decision-making and stuff, like, he just never looks flustered.
Magix के decision making तो बहुत अच्छे हैं. I would agree. Plus his mechanics are also really good.
Right, this is it for VP. They've put all their money in. I actually like this buy. It does leave them with no util, but gives them an extra buy round. A lot of teams would have just saved for 14. VP, we need a hero though.
Just remember what is wrong made it so close, now we understand.
It was a long take for Spirit that they bailed from and reset up Catwalk.
So you're comparing. Why are you comparing that with this?
Things up with Dexter.
Now we have a different play style than Spirit.
Comes into play to kill these rotates. It's all going to depend on whether Spirit can get into the bomb site. First up is ᴑᴜᴜ, 2 kills, make it a third, finally on the board, and looking to do more. ᴑᴜᴜ having a round. Smokes will keep Spirit out as well.
Nice, nice reaction individually. Nades and positioning.
Just got to wait out the util, and at that point, your smokes are faded as well, right? It's going to be even harder to get into the bomb site. The molly is beautiful. ᴑᴜᴜ finally waking up here for VP. Better late than never.
Yeah, he's had such a quiet game, and he's more than doubled his kill count here. He's on 3, and he's looking for even more. Oh, maybe the ace. There it is, ᴑᴜᴜ. From 0 to hero.
From 0 to hero.
Ace in the round. VP 7 to their name.
मैं sorry क्यों बोल रहे हो भाई? But matter नहीं करता ना वो result और ये result. Past result से you can just like predict something, but the playstyle of different teams पे वो result छेप नहीं सकते. You getting me?
सुना तूने क्या बोला उसने?
क्या?
Call an ambulance, but not for me.
अच्छा. पिट गए भाई, पिट गए long पे.
Can only celebrate for so long. Hero Spirit back out.
You do still have Jaime and Kicker back in the site, and even
Nice
Buster
flash.
has pulled himself around into CT. So a lot of attention towards
देखियो एक win एक loss चलता रहेगा match.
These are the fights Dexter wants.
क्या मतलब?
मतलब एक win Spirit की आएगी, एक win VP की आएगी.
अच्छा. Series 1-1 कह रहा तू वो भी
This can feel really awkward for VP. Like
50, 16 something, 16-10.
You don't know exact numbers, but you know there's a lot there.
अच्छा.
And you're set up to play retake, but it's like, you know, if this comes down to retaking, you need to have a monster performance or else the round's just done. They can't peek long to get info. They've just got to wait. And so they're having to play very reactively at this point in time. Spirit are now up into the site. They're going to flash a man through. Kicker sandwiched between enemy lines.
इनके ना आज aim बहुत off लग रहे हैं मेरे को. काफी shots miss कर रहे हैं ये लोग. What the fuck, man?
What? I just jinxed it.
ये clutch कर देगा यार लग रहा है. But Jaime बहुत तेज आ रहा है.
Now it's onto the clutch. Dexter with the AWP. 1v2. They're moving up CT with a smoke.
मार देगा Dex.
Up close. Dexter's got
Jaime को expect कर नहीं रहा है. अब Jaime ने position अरे नहीं यार. Who do you think make it out of?
putting themselves on 8.
I don't know, bro. I didn't get your question.
Molotovs in this series are like doing bonus damage or something, man.
पता नहीं क्या हुआ. साइट मोली डाली थी उसने. उस साइट पे थे. प्लांट प्लूंट कर रहे होंगे. जल गए सारे.
Team Spirit fast entries on long, like that's their round. They just have to trade their way through. But look at the kill feed.
That was a 2v5 from the moment that they go on to win the round.
ये राउंड नहीं हारना था यार.
Ouch. Oh no, Harry. This is how you get back in. This is how you do it. Spirit got an eco 1. Should be another freebie for VP, and Jaime certainly feels that way. Getting aggro, won't get the kill, but will still survive. Careful, Jaime. Just doesn't know when to quit, does he? The nade goes in, they try and chase him down, but ᴑᴜᴜ helps out from Cat.
ये किंडर दूसरी एस मारने वाला मेरे को लग रहा है.
More headshots, more money.
अच्छा, मर गया. इको राउंड में ना ये MP7 लेके बहुत फार्म करता है, MP9 या जो भी ये गन है साइलेंसर वाली।
We actively rallying against it.
Don't even try and hype this one up, Harry.
Okay, I won't. There we go. Good thing I didn't. Good thing I didn't, Hugo. Thank you. 9 on the board for VP. Okay, okay. You've got my attention now, VP. You've got it. 4 rounds between them and Team Spirit. And what was once looking like a
MP5, yeah.
victory for the Team
I
Spirit
rarely
squad
use
is now
that
left
gun.
hanging
I
rather
don't even
awkwardly in the balance.
remember
They've
the
had a
name.
couple of
सोच
good
FPL का स्कोर क्या
opportunities to
चल रहा
find
होगा?
rounds. Yeah,
10-0.
VP have stole them away every time.
Yeah, and you know, maybe on some teams we wouldn't be giving it as much consideration, but we know what VP are
The
like. We know
contact.
what the
Team
games
break
they
नहीं है,
win
नहीं आज
are
नहीं है.
like as well. And you know, we've seen this happen
We
before.
had
and
match
we can see it
today
happen
of
again.
ROG
Just like that,
and
Jay
we
was
won the
opened up onto
games.
Mia. One of
Was
the stars of
pretty
the server
fun
right
playing.
now is gone. So
बहुत मजा आया.
all things boding well for VP. Oh,
अरे
that's
यार.
awkward. Oh, that could have been a kill for Sundar Young.
That
Still lives to tell the tale.
kill
Magis is getting
had
burnt
to be
out again
converted.
on the catwalk. He will walk through the molly. But no one is safe
एम्बर
from
होता
those
ना
flames.
समडायन की जगह
हाँ.
एम्बर स्प्रे खोल देता
अच्छा फिर
पूरा ट्रांसफर
मार देता.
I'm looking at a guy showing some real gamer posture, and I'm
मैं
hoping
बढ़िया हूँ पंकज भाई.
that
बादल
is what
भाई
it's
आप
going to
बताओ
take.
आप
He
कैसे
is
हो?
leaning into the screen right
वैलोरेंट
now.
कैसी चल रही है?
Is this the golden ticket?
कल है अब हमारा सेमीफाइनल ROG का अगेंस्ट फायर्ड अप मैनेजमेंट.
They got this utility.
2
Plenty
बजे होगा. I'll
of
share the
Molotovs. They've
links
got
on
a
my
smoke as
social
well to
media
try and get them
boys.
out and past James Orr, but they don't throw any of that. They're going in pretty dry, all
Check
things
goose.
considered. Oh, it
अरे
feels
उसने
sweet.
गूस
Magix
चेक
will
भी नहीं
turn
किया
the
था,
deal
मुड़
with
के
the
दे दिया
Kingdom.
भाई
He's
शॉट.
still got this orb trapped at ramp, and Magix
अरे
having a
मैजिक्स
round.
वेरी
और
शार्प.
मैजिस का
Posture
राइट
coming in
हैंड हो रखा
handy.
होगा तभी दे दिया इसने
Sanji
वो सब
trades
नहीं
it,
पता
but a
बट
2-on-3.
बहुत
There's
तेज
a
मारा.
chance for Spirit in this one now.
बढ़िया चल
There's an
रही है.
opportunity.
अच्छा
They've got to
अच्छा.
be all about seizing it.
नाइस. गुड टू नो ब्रो.
ए लॉन्ग
They
वाला
know they've
करेगा
got Sanji
डिस्ट्रैक्टर
trapped
सिटी
at
वाले
long. They're
फॉरवर्ड
both just wide to this angle, looking for this fight.
शॉट आ गया
Kicker's really late up through the catwalk, trying to come in on this CT wrap, but there's very little time. Sanji with the swing is Chopper playing the trigger discipline, and there's the double. Oh, just Kicker left to
नाइस.
find.
क्या क्लच खेल लिया यार. लवली यार. ग्रेम्बो टीम मिल गई. नाइस. आप भी बना लो या आप भी ज्वाइन कर लो. भाई ये ऐसा क्या मार रहे हैं? 12-0 जीत रहे हैं. ग्लोबल वर्सेस सिल्वर चल रहा है क्या?
Team Spirit up onto 14. Now it does come with its fair share of costs, right? You win the round, but nobody survives. Both teams are
हम सुनेंगे ना भाई जब कैटास्ट्रोफी के पास जाके
VP even more
कैटा भाई रो देगा.
not only is it more expensive to buy, but you know, even though
कैंसिल कर दो लोगी भाई
like Spirit have such a lead, they have such room to close this map now. VP double AWP at least, again coming down to having no utility really. Couple of smokes.
बिजनेस के कारण टाइम नहीं मिलता फैमिली.
Plays with these rifles.
किस चीज का बिजनेस है ब्रो?
And he is going all the way in.
अच्छा है ब्रो. यू आर हैंडलिंग रिस्पांसिबिलिटी.
And he's crawling in on the flank.
Responsible one.
But for how long? And your Kinder might even not activate. He's going to go for it. Oh, the shadow scene. Sundar Young.
भैया किधर यहाँ पे दो किल निकाल लेना मजा आ जाएगा.
Bad luck. Spirit 5-man box.
Bad luck है उसमें.
There's not really much question about it.
रैंक देख रहा है
So
एक
Kinder
बंदा
making sure they can't leave that position. VP can keep 4 players in the A bomb site. In fact, they're not even holding the flank. They're convinced that Spirit are going to commit forward, and they're right.
तो. मैं
Smokes
अच्छा
are down.
वुमेन्स. नाइस.
And VP not peeking long, not giving the AWP, or in this case the scout, anything to work with. Spirit are going to have to come to them.
रिच बादल. आया वो. ओके.
ये वाला देखियो बीपी जीत जाएगी शायद या तो इसके अगले वाला.
Chopper's still up and close, and this utility hasn't gone in yet. They're playing it on the sneak up, but VP flash kicker in. There was a lot
Dry
of
peek मार दी
potential
भाई.
for damage, and Sanji is the man to capitalize. Now the scout trades him out at least, but you're in a 2-on-3. You're lacking the firepower. You're lacking the room to get into this site. Sundar Young trying to make it happen. Hasn't spotted your Kindar yet, who's good for the first. Oh my god, the AWP's just missed. Buster will nail it the
Has
second time
dropped
around, and it's a good thing he does as well, because that could have got out of
सबका
hand.
ही भाई लॉकडाउन
VP reached double
होने
digits
के
as
बाद
well.
बिजनेस इफेक्ट
And
हुआ
with
ही है,
both teams, you know, as we
चाहे
said,
वो
going into that,
किसी भी
feeling the
चीज का
burn of the
बिजनेस हो.
economy, it's Team Spirit now on the worst end, having to just take an eco. VP are hoping this can be a clean round. If you keep this round clean, that could be perfect for building into this comeback, right?
Yeah, even though 14 gets grabbed out of nowhere with that 1-on-3 from Chopper, still VP never deterred. Jane back to lower, and this time he gets the kill. Magic's gone. Jane back in with another, and he knows he has a bit more room to hold on now as well with his team surrounding him. Smoke for the top of middle. Kicker getting aggressive and just trying to clean up these pistol players. Easily done. But it's all fine. It's all good. Chopper lost the fall, and it's going to be VP finding.
अरे देखने में लगती है ऐसे, बट चलाने में पता नहीं.
क्या
खत्म हो गया भाई उनका 16-0 हार गए. अच्छा नहीं है, दूसरे लिग में अपना ये इनका मैच चल रहा है कैटास्ट्रोफी वर्सेस एल्विस की टीम का. नेफेरियस
कौन हार रहा है?
13-0 हार रहे हैं कैटास्ट्रोफी की टीम. इतना गंदा मार खाते तो मन नहीं देखा कभी भी किसी को.
कैटास्ट्रोफी की तो टीम भी अच्छी है.
13-1
पता नहीं भाई, लड़ पड़े हैं शायद.
13-1 हो गया भाई, 13-1 हो गया.
मैं आ रहा हूँ मैरियट मेंबर भाई से बात की थी.
-34 की गेम.
ओके.
Trying to reaggress on the short side with Yakindar and Jame. We might need another big round out
यहाँ पे capitalize
here. This is where he got
नाइस शॉट यार मैजिस. मैजिस बहुत शार्प है भाई एम पे अभी.
and it's time with Chopper's long wrap to flush the AWP out.
चलो
They even drop
नो
onto
मनी
Kicker
नेक्स्ट
to add
राउंड.
insult to injury.
आ जाएंगी 3
Not
गन्स
only
रो
is
दो
this
के.
15 on the board for Spirit, but it's
हाँ.
a ludicrously dominant round, but they keep 5 alive and they remove almost everything from Virtues.pro.
Yeah, AWP's out the map. No chance here. With Kicker even gone, that's financial
जेम्स के पास कितना
devastation
पैसा
for
आएगा?
VP.
4K या 5K?
Keeping a bit in the
भाई
coffers, but
जेम्स
Spirit
नहीं है वो.
15 now. It's been quite a hard-fought battle to get to this point, but they'll come out with all the loot.
James.
No safe guns for VP in this situation.
James Bond.
And a very awkward position to be in now. Got to play for overtime. Yakinda has had one hell of a recovery. He might die straight away there, but you know he was 2-19. Since that point, he's 10-5, right? So obviously one of those rounds finding an ace
स्काउट से अच्छा बस्टर को
certainly
M4 नहीं दे
helps,
देता
but
ये.
maybe waking up a little bit too late.
भाई
to this
उनकी
game, could
आपस
help
की
them on the
बात है
second
यार,
map, but
पता
right now
नहीं.
this could be the beginning of the end. Spirit 5 kills away from closing Dust 2, and not many weapons on the other side to stop them.
बी कांटेक्ट का प्लान था, स्मोक आते ही भग लिए इधर उधर.
And very little hope here for VP. They're going to try and make plays again.
4 लोग गए थे टनल, स्मोक आते ही स्कैटर. हाँ भाई, हाँ भाई.
Kickouts up through the long doors. He's got that little shadow advantage that we so often talk about. He could hit a timing on this.
नाइस भाई, इन्होंने मॉली की टाइमिंग बीट कर दी.
These two players forward, but the flash comes in from Jane and it sets them
Nice try.
up to deal with players on the catwalk.
अच्छा ट्राई था, इन्होंने मॉली बीट कर दी बिना टिक खाए. उस वजह से 2 किल मिल गए, नहीं तो पिटते ही हैं.
And Kicker gets aggro through the long doors.
किस कौन सी टीम की बात कर रहा है?
Back in.
VP.
Now, Spirit, yeah, the reaction is immediate. They realize, well, there's 2 in A. Kicker knows that they know this as well, so he's trying to make moves of his own by already wrapping in through T-spawn. A good reaction from VP to the reaction of Spirit. One man in the B site trying to hold the ground is Buster, but he dies immediately without even a say in the round. And Kicker
Hello.
It is just Jame with a scout in the 1v2, and there's no option to save today. Jame has
Nice
got to give
round.
this one a go. It's feeling
बहुत अच्छा,
unlikely.
बहुत
Team
अच्छी है.
Spirit
भाई हु इज योर
looking to
फेवरेट
get their
प्लेयर?
map pick over the line.
मेरा फेवरेट प्लेयर कोई
It's
एक
just
नहीं
Jame
है.
that
जैसे
stands in their
अभी इन
way.
दोनों
The scout
टीम्स
has
में
gotta
आई
be
लाइक
true.
मेर, आई लाइक
As
यकिंडर,
goes
आई
in,
लाइक
this
मैजिक.
crossfire is brutal. Dexter makes it
तो
happen.
सारे
Team
प्लेयर्स को
Spirit
देख के
1-0
सीखने की
up in
कोशिश
this
करता हूँ.
series now, and VP with their map pick on the horizon.
इन्फर्नो
We're hoping
नेक्स्ट
they can
मैप.
pick it up. So this can all culminate on an ancient third map.
जब तक इनका वो होता है तब तक ये देखते हैं।
Mit dem Roma Zitrox, ob du dich ka? So ist die Swiss League nicht. Nein.
फिर आज